Yo, 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 this is Sol, also known as Spielgum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt. You're the Steam Skull Grunt. And welcome to my work stream. It's been a while since I did this, because, well, number one, I don't think my computer can handle work streams anymore. And as you might see, I turned off my webcam because my webcam just makes everything lag. And I'm not even sure if the stream is lagging for everyone, but let me know if it is. In this stream, you will see me work on, well, your video. So until then, you'll see the magic behind most of the things that happen in my video. And with that, enjoy watching. Button mindscape. So, hello, Alola. Okay, so this is Penny's mindscape image. I do a 1531 by 900 over here. Then, well, I'm done with the screens of the sync pairs, and now I'm just doing, I think I opened the wrong file though. Mindscape text. Do I have a new Mindscape text thing? Mindscape text copy. This is the updated one. So, Penny has a 2-liner Mindscape image. Hello, Paul. Is my stream lagging? Let me know. So, 2-liner, and Penny says, my VV power will crush you to stardust. You like my content? Thank you very much. My VV power will crush you into stardust. So this is what you will see if you successfully scout for Penny. Congratulations if you do. And let's name this Mindscape Penny. Penny. And I guess it's a little bit boring without sound or without music. Stream is lagging. Well, I cannot do anything. Nobody is helping me with my computer upgrade. Wow. My VV power will crush my mightiest apple. Texas. I'm fine if you can hear my voice. That is completely fine by me. So there's nothing I can do with the speed of this stream. I already closed everything that needs to be closed, and this is the fastest that my stream could go. So sorry. Until I get my computer upgrade, nothing will fix itself. This is Roxy's Mindscape image, and let us work on Roxy's text. So Roxy says, guess I'll have to rock the audience right out of their seats. Just kidding. Hiya. So that is a 3-liner. Let's go turn on my 3-liners. And this is guess I'll, and every single time there's an apostrophe, such a fun thing to do, but I'll have to adjust every single apostrophe. So even though this week would be kind of, well, I don't have any evening classes. I still have my morning classes. So I gotta wake up very early every morning, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, rather than doing nothing, I need to do something, you know. And I need money. I have no income this entire week, which is sad. Very sad. Roxy. I'm aiming for Pierce and Roxy. My luck this month has simply been dreadful. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Things will get better. Things will definitely get better. The luck just balances out. I'm just irritated that, well, Best Boy Nolan, my best boy, has not been my best boy in terms of scouting luck. The luck transferred to Thornton, which I'm pretty bitter about, because Thornton, I was irritated that he got the 6-star EX way earlier. Very early on, and his 6-star EX just absolutely sucks. His outfit, the outfit color sucks, the power sucks. And then I got him 5 out of 5 very easily. Meanwhile, Best Boy Nolan, yes, I went to scout points. And I got 4 out of 5 only. Which is very irritating. Do you want to scout for Mixed Red? I am scouting for Mixed Red. The question is, can I scout him on day 1? Because there is a chance that you will not be able to scout for him at all. You know? Unless, you know, I don't know what the tiered scout or ticket present is about for not a lot of people know how, you know, Mixed Red works. So, yes, he has 300 scout points. Yes, the scout for points transfer to the next one. But what about the ticket or something that the game is saying that we will have? At the same time, a lot of other questions. So, Mixed Red will actually be very interesting sync pair to scout, because as much as I hate saying this, not all the people will get Mixed Red. So, I can boast having Mixed Red. It's like, hehe, I have Mixed Red. You guys don't have Mixed Red. Hehehe, Saskek. Hiya. 1531900. You know what I'm irritated about? I'm irritated about Elaine. And I'm irritated about Elaine being so good. She is so good. Elaine is so good. Where is Sol? Where is Sol? I am invisible. Kek. I am just like a ghost. Kek. Elaine is so good. It's very unfairly good. Can recover everyone every other turn. Can lower everyone, the opponent's offensive stats. Or can be defensive instead. Or can give everyone regen. Or can always have a 2 out of 3, or rather a 2 out of 6 chance of making every single opponent flinch. Or is it 2 out of 3? 2/3? 2/3 chance of making all the opponents flinch? I don't know. What is math? What is math? Anyway, this is Elaine's image. I'm gonna try turning on my webcam, and if it lags, well, let it lag. Let it lag. Let it lag. And I'm gonna turn it off immediately after. Sus. Let me try. Let me try. Is it gonna work? Sus, meaty. I'm pretty sure this will lag. Like, this will lag. This will lag very much. Oh, my webcam is not... Oh, there it is. It's gonna lag! Wait, what did I read? I'll no longer fight Champion Stadium after final week of... Why? Why are you not gonna... Are you quitting the game? Nez? Ryuki? Ryuki. This is Ryuki's image. This is the Champion Stadium of Mount Lanai? Laka, whatever. I don't know. The Champion Room. I kind of feel bored. It's lagging, right? It is lagging very badly, right? Yep, I'm gonna close my webcam, delete it, and turn off my webcam because it's not helping. Quitting is the best thing to do at this point. Are you quitting, Gizmo? I hope it's better now. Two-liners. Not yet. Not yet. You know, the moment I quit the game is the moment I finally earn a little bit of money. This game has just been horrible for my life. You know? I'm not sure if I'm gonna miss this game. Because number one, I guess the thrill of scouting is nice for adrenaline. But do I need this adrenaline? And do I have any other sources of adrenaline? Because I have no plans, zero plans of investing this much again into a into a gacha game. Like, once this game ends, I have no plans of maybe play a gacha game or two, but I have zero plans of investing a lot of money into a gacha game. Like, probably drop a gem special, 2 gem specials, 3 gem specials, that's it. And maybe it's every other month or something. But master's level? No, definitely not. I cannot answer that, Clement. It's more of, I know, but at the same time, I cannot say it. It's kind of confidential. What Mindscape image does Red use? Wait, I'm downloading the Mindscape images from Bulbapedia right now. What Mindscape image does Red use? Does Signusuit Red and the ordinary Red share the same Mindscape image? What can I say? I guess there's some things that I'm excited about for the upcoming weeks. Number one, I'm not sure if I'm excited about my recital. My pole dance recital. I'm not sure if I'm excited about that. But I'm excited about my phone. That's coming? Question mark. Or is this the Mindscape image? Red's Sync Move Mindscape. Is it Pallet Town? I'm not sure if it uses Pallet Town Mindscape image. Let me try researching if Absolutely actually posted it or something. Does it use Pallet Town? Absolutely. Lagging EWIS. Oh, new phone upgrade. I change my phone every 2 years. So, yeah, because my phone is the device that I use the most often. So, my work relies on my phone. Whether it's taking photos, making videos, or anything. Kind of important. And then the second thing that I use the most is my computer, which, because how expensive this computer is, I could not upgrade it even though I really need to. And I think I keep saying this, but my computer is showing signs of dying Oh, it uses the Pallet Town Mindscape. I really badly need to upgrade my computer before... Well, I keep postponing it. But I think I'm gonna set the deadline to my birthday. You know, next year. So, when my birthday comes, if I don't have a new computer yet, I'm gonna question myself why I haven't. Just look at how badly this stream is lagging, you know. Saul, you really happy about the 15K Champion Stadium or not? I have no comment about that. I mean, okay, nothing special. You get extra champion spirits. But you do not get extra champion spirits to make another sync pair 6-star EX. You just get like 10 or 15 extra. If it's like... Because every week you can make one sync pair. You get enough champion spirits to make one sync pair 6-star EX. I think you get 60 or you get 70. If you can get 100, 2 sync pair 6-star EX per week, I'll be okay with it. But honestly, no. It's not enough. This game is getting really close to ending. No game doing well puts out a paid-only exclusive banner. Not even FGO would do this. Why did they even write? I don't understand. Why did they even do that? Anyway, I am happy and excited if the game is gonna end really soon. So, guys, I made a new channel because apparently this channel only works well for Pokemon content. So if you guys enjoy my content, you want to follow my other games, which I stream also, you can head over to SPL Gum Plays. I would appreciate it if you follow me there, because eventually this game will end. And once this game ends, well, your stuff will be over. So, if you guys want to follow me, that's the link. I just posted it right now. It's a fairly new channel. I only have 8 subs. Would be happy if we can get 50 subs. And hopefully you guys watch my other streams when I do stream them. I'll still, you know, post stuff this channel, but it's gonna be mostly Pokemon stuff. Because I tried, honestly. I tried so many times and it's not... The algorithm just links this to Pokemon for some reason. So this is red. He has question mark this time. Interesting. No more exclamation point. No more ellipsis. Well, there's still the ellipsis. Signature ellipsis. But now, a question mark. Why? It also questions, why? Why did you make me a pay-to-win only unit? Red is asking DNA. Why? And it's not like you can scout for him immediately on day one. I mean, anyone. You cannot wail for him because you're limited to like 1 plus 3 plus 5. 5, 1, 2, 3, 1. You can only scout 9 sync pairs per day for mixed red. If we understood the banner correctly. If we understood the banner correctly, it's a little bit... Red's banner is so confusing. So, if that's the way things go, then whoever is able to scout for red, I hope I'm the one, could make lots of nice content from that one, and probably people will watch the content. So it's a competition of us content creators. Kek. The EX cake. I really admire your hard work, Irish. I really hope so too. The EX cake paid was fine. Yeah, it is fine. It rewards players. I like that EX roll cake banner setup. Lots of people were angry with that, but it's fair and it's kind of a good thing. But that mixed scout is a... I don't know. Anyway, guys, hit the thumbs up. There's like 5 thumbs ups right now. Help me with the YouTube algorithm. Let's battle again when the moon comes out. So Celine is moon and Elio is the sun. So this is Celine's background image. It's a very sus banner as well. Celine. And then for Elio, I think is a one-liner. Wait, did I finish Elio already? If I remember correctly, red always gets new alts every year. As someone who's purely free to play, there's no way for me to get mixed red. Hi, yeah, but that's fine. So what do you think about the evolution Eggmons? I haven't seen what they could do, honestly. How does evolution work? Is it random? Or does one you will know what Eggmon evolves into what? I have no idea. I'm pretty bitter about Eggmons because I do spend money on I spend gems on getting the best incubators. And in the last event, the 3 starters, I failed to get shiny Sprigatito. In the last event as well, wait, was that the last event? I failed to get shiny Cleffa again. And it's like the 3rd time or the 2nd time shiny Cleffa came out. And I'm really irritated that I failed to get shiny Cleffa again. And one of the Eggmons that I hyped about before, which was oh gosh, which was shiny Nidoran female, until now has not rerun yet. I really like Venom Drench. Although, you know, right now there's the best Venom Drench user, which is whatchamacallit, which is nobody can beat Oleana now in terms of Venom Drench, but oh well. Yeah, Team Sun wins. The evolutions all have the rain zones and weather. Interesting. Also, Sol, when are you updating them? Oh my goodness, the emotes. The emotes. Once, you know, within the week. I have mostly the entire week kind of free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not really free, but more time. Although, I need to fix my room. It's really messy. Oh well. If only PNX was watching free gems ads. Free gems ads. Oh, free gems ads. Free gems ads. Free but not sus. Okay, I am done with all the Mindscape images. And now, this is the next part, which is I am going to place them in their respective screens. So let me open every single one. See how slow my computer opens these files? It should be like a snap. Tak, 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 open, finish. But it's opening like one every 3 seconds. Hiya. Anyway, I need something for reference, and let's just open something that's still scoutable, which is probably Roxanne. And what I do is I copy every single one. And I think after copying, I can close this, paste it over, put that on top, align it. Is it properly aligned? Yes, it is. Copy paste Ryuki. Oh my goodness, so slow. Copy paste Roxanne. Copy paste Red. Copy paste Pias. Copy paste Penny. Copy paste Elio. Also, as much as I hate to say this, I think I haven't seen everyone yet, okay? I haven't evaluated everyone yet. But I think the sync pair this month that excites me the most, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, is actually... Oh, did I say Roxanne? Sorry, Roxy. The sync pair that excites me the most in terms of kit is actually Elaine. Hiya, why? Why Elaine? This is an 80% opacity. And then from here, oh sheesh. Why did I anti-resize it? Yeah, 1531900. From 1531 to... I need to resize everything. Back. Whoop. What did I do? Any other thing? No more? What is this? Back Celine. Close. Back. Best Boy Nolan. Close. Back copy PSD. Already done with this. I have my questions. Why does Star Shout have an exclamation point for Ryuki? Maybe after closing this, it will load a little bit faster. I don't know. I answered that. Sol, did you watch Salaman's X video about Downfall PMX? No, I haven't. I haven't yet. When did he post it? And then I paste this underneath. And that is the screen that you will see when you scout for. So I have 3 actually every single video that I do. Well, every single video I have 2 Mindscape image files. And then I have another Mindscape image file for a completely different reason. When I scout, there's a different size Mindscape image file. Mindscape Elaine 2. Like a few days ago, he posted it. Well, those were my busiest days of the month. So no, I haven't seen it yet. Should I listen to it in the background? Sure, let's listen to it. Or I'll listen to it. And you guys, where is his content? The survey and everything. Where is it? EV month, November sync pairs over. The problematic state. Whoa, 1K views, sus. Okay, let's listen.
Pokemon Masters EX has a problem. Before the video begins, I would like to state that this video is aimed towards the Pokemon Masters EX community, specifically people who are actively involved in the discussion of the game regularly, as well as the Pokemon Masters EX development team over at DNA, as well as related parties. If you are not involved with any of these groups, then I highly suggest you click off this video, as it is unlikely to interest you. That being said, let's dive into it.
Sus.
So going back to what I said at the start of this video, Pokemon Masters EX has a problem. I would like to specify that it's more so a collection of numerous problems that combine together to create a bigger, more encompassing problem.
He has no intro. I was waiting for his intro. Okay, how does his intro go again? Wait, I need to refresh myself with his intro. Where is his intro? Where is his intro? Intro.
Alright,
oh, there it is. Alright, fellas. Here we were back at Pokemon Masters. Kek. I like his intro. Okay.
Where I asked people what certain aspects of the game they had problems with, and the results were quite interesting.
Why haven't you changed the emojis yet?
Which I would like to think is a solid amount, considering none of the bigger Pokemon Masters EX Discord servers were permanently the survey forming, and I'll be using the data from the survey as well as my own personal thoughts and ideas to structure the rest of this video. Before we move on, I would like to note that I personally enjoy this game a lot. Playing the game for over 2 years consistently,
I am not enjoying this game.
This game further reinforces that statement.
I am not enjoying this game.
Pokemon Masters EX has a sizable following, and we all want the best for this game, even if we have unjustified complaints from time to time. I acknowledge that this game has a lot of wonderful aspects. Those very aspects.
There are no good aspects.
EX and continue to play it to this day. On the other hand, though, everything has its flaws, and I think that is the obligation of the player base, whom I will be representing, to point out problems and justifiable criticism so that the development team may work to their best ability to create a game that is serviceable to a wider range of people.
Oh!
I'd also like to add,
why are you here?
Agree with a lot of the statements and criticisms made in this video. I urge you to share.
Why are you here?
Not only popularity or ego, but because this video needs a sizable following in order for it to be taken seriously. Please also send this video in the feedback section of Pokemon Masters.
Hello there.
As well as comment down below any justifiable criticisms or ideas you have that I do not cover in this video. I don't want to waste any more time than I already have. Let's go ahead and go to the first segment of this video.
I'm just listening to the audio.
A rerun is a community-made term that is used to describe a sync pair's return into the sync pair.
Oh, okay.
For the segment to help convey my points. In the survey, I asked people if they think that limited sync pairs, Poke Fairs, Master Fairs, seasonal sync pairs, and etc. return often enough. It was nearly a 50-50 split, with 45% of the player base saying that limited sync pairs do not return often enough.
Speaking
This
of
may not be
limited
a
sync
majority of
pairs,
players,
I have
but it is certainly a noticeable percentage
heard
that
way
should
too
not
many
be slept on.
people ask
I, for the
for
most part, don't have
Signasuit
many complaints
Steven
about
return,
limited
and
runs, though I
Signasuit
do think
Steven
there
has
are some
not
certain
returned yet,
examples that help convey this
or
problem
something
in
like
a
that.
certain aspect of the game. I have 3 major examples that I will list off.
Okay.
Our first victim of the rerun scarcity is Signasuit Leon and Eternatus.
Signasuit Leon.
You have likely seen the sync pair return often in Pokefair Select Scouts.
Ah, Select
I will
Scout.
wager with 100%
Sus.
guarantee that if you have played for less than 2 years, those are the only scouts you have seen this sync pair. Signasuit Leon has been a prominent featured sync pair in Pokefair Select Scouts, but has not had a rerun with the non-paid gems ever since release.
Really?
To put that into perspective, Signasuit Leon initially dropped on August 12th of 2021. Factoring in the days that he was available, that is over 700 days that this sync pair has been unavailable for non-paid gems.
Really?
I think that he is a
I'm not aware
example of this persisting issue in Pokemon Masters EX.
But I wonder if he actually reruns, you know, well, thank you for subbing. I can't believe you have like 20 plus cosplays. Yes, I do. And speaking of which, you know, I'm a phantom subscriber, but I don't think I have subbed to your channel yet. Sus. There you go. I'm just lurking around a lot of channels in the background, being sus and commenting sometimes.
Cyrus has not had a non-paid gem rerun ever since his release back in February.
Well, there you go.
This is roughly half a year after Signasuit Leon. However, Signasuit Cyrus has only been featured.
Who is this sync pair? Penny.
He was featured during the 3rd anniversary in a Pokefair Select Scout and
Penny
May of 2023 in a random paid scout, where you didn't get to choose who you obtained. Signasuit Cyrus, in my opinion, is a more impactful sync pair than Signasuit Leon and Eternatus.
Well, definitely. But I wonder what happens if Signasuit Leon gets a rerun. He is like...
He is a sync pair that many
Signasuit Leon is, honestly, the best debuffer overall, if only Lucky 7-4 is Lucky 7-9. So just in case he comes out and gets Lucky 7-9 in his grid, in his expanded grid, 5 out of 5, and paired up with another Lucky 7-4, there's a 50 plus 100% chance of lowering 14 stats. Which, well, we'll see if that happens.
After its release.
I'm disappointed in Champion Iris's upgraded grid. It's like only aggravation 2, I think, for Dragon. Was it? What was that? Dragon Rush? That's and Soften Up 1. Those were the only things that kind of interested me. Kind of sad. I was expecting Team Lucky 7-9. Ooh. Yeah, but that's all. Like, there are things that interest me. It's a good upgrade, but, you know, she's not... You know what excited me? Well, Classic Alessa. Boom. What did she get? Was it Power Play? Boom. Like, multiplier. And Signasuit, or rather, Iris. Still can't believe they call her Iris Alt. Ugh. Like, the strongest nuker, like 2 or 3 years ago. And, well.
Finally, the last sync pair
anyway.
is one that has actually recently had a rerun.
Who is?
Elisa Classic.
Oh, there you go.
As Classic Elisa.
Speaking of which.
Classic Elisa released in December of 2021, over 20 months ago, and was only available once during that entire time span until recently. She was available on a Pokefair Select Scout for the 3rd anniversary. This wouldn't be too bad.
Oh, is it Select
if it
Scout?
wasn't for the fact that she was featured on the same Pokefair Select Scout as Signasuit Cyrus.
Oh, okay. But I think she also rerun recently again in another. When was this video posted? 4 days ago.
To try and guarantee both. since a Pokefair Select Scout is a one-time scout.
Violet Town only has 3 buildings.
Sigma Suit Cyrus or Classic Elisa on release, or happen to not be playing,
She got the worst shaft.
and still would not be guaranteed the former.
Who got the worst shaft?
Classic Elisa very recently got a non
Oh, there you go.
rerun in September for the release of the high score event Electric Type Masters. This means she only had 2 opportunities to be obtained in the past 20 months.
She's my favorite debuffer.
Select Scout, and one finally being a non-paid scout.
Like my ultimate favorite debuffer.
600 days to finally be re-released for free. In my opinion, that is far too long. Overall, these 3 characters are prime examples of sync pairs who have either had extremely limited reruns or have only had paid reruns, where people had no opportunity to be able to try for them with non-paid gems. This doesn't even include characters like Sigma Suit Steven, who debuted over a year ago in August of 2022, who has not even been made available with paid gems.
Sigma Suit
Steven has had no method of obtainability since his initial release, over a year ago. I want people to think about certain sync pairs they want to obtain, and how recently and how often they were made available. There is never a guarantee that a sync pair will rerun in a timely manner. Sync pairs like Sigma Suit Leon and Sigma Suit Cyrus have taught us that. Oh, and let's not forget Bede, who has rerun for free around 3 times since his release.
Bede, still 3 out of 5 for me.
Quite unbalanced, to say the least. I know I only went over Pokefair Scouts.
Bede, I left him 3 out of 5.
Other sync pair scouts, like the Variety Scouts.
He's pretty okay.
The first Variety Scout released back in November of 2020.
Oh no, Variety Scouts.
Lucas and Lyra being featured.
Kicks Variety Scout.
Released alongside every other Variety Scout.
Well, now they get a rerun, but shake my head.
Very consistent return dates. While
Mindscape.
On or around.
Speaking of which, there's one thing I want you guys to think about. Mindscape, who is this? I want you guys to think about this right now. Did you know that Fall Phoebe, the moment her banner ends, is rerunning immediately in Red's Mix Scout? Again. Fall Phoebe, the moment her banner ends, is available in Red's Mix Scout. Just think about that for a moment. And how do I know that? Well, I hope I'm correct in analyzing this, but let me show you where I got that info. Where is it? Wait a minute. Where the heck is the message from the Pokemon Masters team? What? Where's the missing message from the Pokemon Masters team? It's supposed to be there. Anyway, it's... Did they delete the post? That's impossible. It's not in the website. Or at least... I mean, yes, right? If not, what is that supposed to be? What is that supposed to be? Okay, here I am. Let's switch because I'm done with this slide as well. I'm going to show you my Google Drive thing. So here we go. Let's swap. Sorry, ignore that first. Okay. Message from the Pokemon Masters team. Fast forward, fast forward. There you go. This is the one, right? I mean, if this is not the one, if this is completely different, then what is this? So, Red and Venusaur, Mix Scout, and something. Below Red's image is this. These 4. So, they are very recent units. In fact, They have just come out, like, every single one just came out there fairly recently. Ray just ended. Fall Phoebe is still running. Giovanni ended, like, last month. And Cosplay Steven also ended, like, fairly recently. So, what do you guys have to say about rerunning these units very, very, very early on? Anyway, let's continue.
Without a doubt. I think a good way to fix this problem would be to release more sync pair scouts with multiple featured sync pairs. The Pokefair Scout with Gloria, Dojo uniform, and Urshifu, as well as Sigma Suit Lysander and Volcano,
Let me just
is a great example
get
of a
things loading.
Scout.
Hang in there.
Also, the sync pair scout featuring Sigma Suit Hilbert and Genesect,
Enjoy watching the video for a bit.
And Black is another great recent example. I think another way to alleviate this would be to re-release limited sync pairs on new sync pair scouts. For example, if there is a new Pokefair end, you could re-release sync pairs like Skyla, Anniversary 2022 and Tornadus, Elisa, Classic, and Emolga, and Sigma Suit Hilda and Victini as some prime examples. These returning sync pairs would add a significant level of incentive to spend on the sync pair scout.
Alola,
This
everyone.
could also be used as an incentive to pull for sync pairs that are considered subpar or below average, because they wouldn't be the only defining factor on spending on the sync pair scout. This kills two birds with one stone. You're able to provide desperately needed reruns to sync pairs who need it, as well as incentivizing a wider range of people to spend their gems on these sync pair
So I'm
scouts.
working
This is only
on
one of
your
numerous
slides
ways
now.
to fix this issue, but I will leave the
Hello,
topic on
members.
for now, as I feel I have adequately conveyed my point in why the current system for sync pair reruns needs to be addressed. With that, we'll move on to the second segment where we'll discuss the rallies that are commonly held on X, formerly known as Twitter.
Oh no, Twitter rallies.
X, formerly known as Twitter, rallies have been a common staple of Pokemon Masters EX. I want it to be known that when I refer to rallies, I am solely talking about the ones that are posted on X, where we can have repost goals to reach, or missions and events to beat in the game. I am not referring to rallies such as the run-up to 4 years rally, or anything else similar to that.
Do you have 8 days of
Moving
break
on,
or
we've
9
had dozens of
days?
rallies since the game's release, and there are amazing
Today
fun in
until
bringing the community
Thursday.
together in order to complete
Although I
repost
have
goals
morning.
and other tasks
I have my
in order to
morning
obtain rewards.
classes.
We've had many good rallies in the past, such as the rally where we had to defeat the Ancient Brawl event numerous
That
times
is a
in
good,
order
that
to
is
get
the best
rewards such as
rally.
gems,
It's not
food
coming
candies,
back.
and 5-star power-ups. However, modern rallies, especially the last two at the time of writing the script, have left an exceptional level of disappointment in the mind of the player base. The Galar Villain Social Rally Part 2 was one of them, in which the rewards were 30 scout tickets, 25 5-star power-up tickets, and 50 champion spirit. These, in their own rights, are not outright bad, but this rally never included things like move candy coins or, more importantly, non-paid gems. I don't want to sound ungrateful at the essentially free rewards we get from these rallies.
No,
but
we
the
have to
amount
be
of sync pairs
ungrateful
that
about
we see on
them.
a monthly basis, especially around the time of the anniversary, we need a
Sus.
fixed amount of non-paid gems. This rally, not including non-paid gems, is such a big deal that the player base even decided to not.
Speaking of which, guys, check this
The
out.
goal was 20,000.
This is the longest ever, longest passive skill ever. Hit poison opponent, attack down, and hit paralyze opponent, special attack down
The
9.
second rally was the special event Stop the Evil Mastermind rally. This was released alongside the specified special event of the same name, which required players to be issued in-game in order to receive rewards. This rally's rewards were far better and, in my opinion, adequate. We were able to receive 1 Striker Move Candy Coin, Tech Candy Coin, and Support Candy Coin each, and were given a free ticket which guaranteed us a Team Rocket executive that were also featured in the Team Rocket Variety Scout. This is a great reward as all of the 4 have good abilities. However, this rally still did not include non-paid gems. I'll go into the non-paid gems in its entirety in a later segment of this video. But to keep
What
it
should I
short,
discuss
not
first? Should I
having
discuss
any
red
non-paid
first
gems from this rally
or
had a big
Piers?
effect on
Because
the player base.
red
This
comes
led
out
many people to
first.
think that the game was getting more and more quote-unquote stingy for a lack of a more profitable.
I'll put red first.
With the amount of free rewards it was able to give out. Again, the free Team Rocket executive.
This
was
video
a free
literally
reward,
needs to
but
be
had 2
plastered
rallies back-to-back
all
without
over
non-paid
Pokemon
gems,
Masters
has
feedback
gotten
page.
many
Do you
people
think they'll
to
even
think
watch
this
it?
may be the new norm.
Well, they should.
I think giving out 3,000 non-paid gems should be the
This
minimum
video should be
amount of money given
updated
X
with the
rally,
mixed
or
scout
it shouldn't
reaction.
affect the other rewards. Giving out move candy coins, 5-star power-ups, scout tickets, and
Mixed
other
scout is a
should remain as
completely
well.
new and
I've
low,
also
horrible
said that
blow.
coins could be added in the future, but I'll leave that where it is. I would like to note that this segment of the script was written before the release of Akari and Ray, and therefore their coexisting X rally. I simply did not edit the script to include that, but I still think the rally is a prominent example of this persistent issue.
If it's a video for free-to-play, then red doesn't need to be discussed. I mean, there are collectors. There are free-to-play collectors, you know.
Well, out of nearly 70 votes, 70 as of the time of recording the script, over 90% of the surveyors said that the rewards were insufficient. Going into more detail,
You know, there are several different types of players.
Non-paid gems in these rallies were a bad sign, and that they should be
The meta
I think
players,
this alone is able to reinforce the idea
casual
that players
players,
are mostly unsatisfied with the modern X rallies, that
and you
they
know,
wish
why
options
collectors?
were
Because
more.
Pokemon is about catching them all, right? So just buy, no, C is a whale. He's not even a collector. He just gets it. A maxer is yeah, C1 quit the game, which I don't know how he was able to do that. I would have, well, he's rich enough to be able to do that. But,
at the very least,
oh my
non-paid gems should be
goodness.
kept
After
on list
spending
almost every
that
single
insane
rally
amount of
posted.
PlayStation
Let's move on to the
5s.
next chapter, where we'll discuss the rates at which featured
How many
sectors
PlayStation
will be
5s did he
available
buy with the amount of money? Probably like over 100?
Before I get into
More
the
than 100
chapter, I
PlayStation
want
5s
to
with the
elaborate
money
on
that
what
he
the
spent on the
pull rate is.
game.
What I define as a pull rate is the percentage chance that I can obtain a specific sync pair or
I don't know.
Scout. For example, the pull rate of most Pokefair exclusive characters are 2%. A Master Fair is 1%, and etc.
200.
What is the problem with sync pair pull rates, you may ask? And to that, I have to answer.
He got badly shafted. If you want to watch one of his worst shafts, you can watch his classic Elesa pulls. That was bad, but nothing beat how bad the Team Rocket Variety Scout went for him. He said like he spent 24 or 27 times the 9,800 gem bundle.
Certain sync pairs easier or more difficult to obtain than others.
20. Let's just count it as 20. 20 times 79.99 US dollars.
In some cases on sync pair scouts with multiple featured sync pairs. The rates
And then he was not able to even make some of them 3 out of 5.
to be able to pull so many featured sync pairs with relative ease.
Like, oof.
I think the method of splitting the pull rates of these sync pairs is dramatically hurting the innate value of these specific sync pair scouts, as well as the possibility of players spending their gems on these same sync
Best
pairs.
boy Nolan.
The survey I put out had many different options on what the player base thought about the
He
satisfaction or specific
left.
type of sync.
He said he found his new love, which is Pokemon Sleep. And that's it. That's what he said. It's obvious that he quit. He stopped posting videos. He's supposed to post videos like every single day.
Multiple featured sync pairs,
Yeah.
as well as seasonal scouts with multiple featured sync pairs. You will see that not even a combined 40% of the 68 total surveyors believe that the pull rates for these sync
I think he
pairs
just
are sufficient.
completely stopped.
I agree with the player base's sentiment
instant.
in these areas, and I have multiple prime
Who's the next one?
examples of
Oh,
why.
Ryuki. Ryuki.
First is the most recent and arguably the biggest offender of botched split sync pair pull rates. The Team
Ryuki.
Rocket variety.
Oh, Team.
This sync pair scout featured 5 total.
Let me
sync
listen to
pairs,
this
which
problem
is great.
clearly.
The debut of the 4 Team Rocket executives, as well as a new strong sync pair for Giovanni and Rhydon. Prior to the sync pair scout debut, people were wondering what the pull rates would be.
Oh
If they would
gosh.
have a combined total increase,
Oh,
or if they would be
gosh.
split between the 2%. Sadly,
gosh.
it was the latter. 2% split 5 ways evenly is 0.4% for each individual featured sync pair. These are among some of the lowest pull rates for any featured sync pairs I have seen in Pokemon Masters EX, as well as most mobile games I have played. This sync pair scout having a 0.4% pull
Let me
for a
pause
specific
right
featured
there.
sync pair
Let
means
me
that many
pause right
people who
there.
wanted a specific sync pair from
Ah,
the sync
wait.
pair scout
I
would
need
be
to.
very likely
I
to
need
go
to.
scout points. Pulling until
Here.
scout points is
Here's the thing. The EV Scout. Let's talk about the EV Scout that's coming right in a bit. There are two banners, if I'm not mistaken. First is the non-paid banner, which is the dual featured variety scout, which is Espeon and Umbreon, Elio and Celine. The other one is a tiered scout, which is good. Yeah, it's a good thing for paying players. But this tiered scout has 5 EVs featured, including last year's EVs. Last year we did not have a tiered scout for the 3 EVs, but this year the tiered scout does not contain only 2 but 5. So the tiered scout probably will have the exact same rates as the Team Rocket banner, which, oh my goodness, that is the rates. No, it's not good. Well, for those who don't have last year's units, it's okay, it's good, I guess. But
is not a new concept.
no,
Nor is it
I
necessarily
don't want.
a bad
I
thing.
don't want.
The idea of guaranteeing a selection
I don't
of any
want.
sync pair available in that sync pair scout is a great feature and one that shouldn't be taken for granted. However, this sync pair scout had the most abysmal pull rates out of all of the sync pair scouts available at the time, even worse than the Master Fair Kanto New Champion sync pairs. These unfortunate pull rates just left many people disappointed, and it also
And
prevented
it
many
made
people from playing
C1
on the
quit.
Sync Scout. Variety Scouts already were
Why?
simply not popular among the fan base due to the reuse of assets made into the premium format. But that's a whole other point. Putting an already unpopular Sync Pair Scout format into the game and splitting the pull rates to where it's nearly impossible to pull any specific Sync Pair before Scout points just combined together to create something that the player base found to be completely lacking in any sort of value. This overall hurt the Variety Scout sales as well as left the player base with disdain, especially because 4 new characters were finally playable, but were locked behind a widely disliked Sync Pair Scout format, as well as locked behind less than 1% rates individually. This was somewhat counteracted by the free Team Rocket executive ticket, which, as stated prior, was a great gift. But it definitely did not completely offset the feelings of annoyance for having those same sync pairs be otherwise locked behind a less than worthwhile sync pair scout. The second offender is the seasonal sync pair scout reruns. These are sync pair scouts that feature seasonal sync pairs of a certain time period, for lack of a better word, that have debuted in years past. The idea of returning old seasonal sync pairs so that more people will be willing to pull for them is not a bad idea at all. And I am personally very grateful for the opportunity to obtain a returning seasonal sync pair, whether it be via the non-paid gem sync pair scout or the paid tiered sync pair scout. The latter of which is actually quite a good system that I think is fair with its cost as well as its rewards. My and most of the community's problem lie in the non-paid gem sync pair scout, where the individual pull rate for each featured sync pair is split evenly by 2%. This is very similar to the Team Rocket Variety Scout mentioned prior, but it can, and mostly is worse every time we get one. As of October of 2023, almost every single returning seasonal sync pair scout for each time period will feature 6 or more sync pairs. New Year's will have the 6 shown, Summer will have the 8 shown, Fall will have the 6 shown, Holiday will have the 8 shown, and Spring will have the 2 shown, but I'm not discussing them since they were the only spring seasonal sync pairs.
Why did they discontinue the
Having
spring
6
sync
pairs
pairs
be featured
anyway?
on one sync pair scout means that the rate of pulling an individual sync pair
Who's the
is
next one?
0.33%.
Elio and Celine. Elio and
This
Celine.
is even lower than the Team Rocket
Is
Variety
Elio
Scout,
first or
which I've
Celine
already
first?
gone into detail on why the rate is so low.
Let's just go for
Having 8
Celine.
sync pairs be featured
Celine.
will result in a
No, Elio first.
0.25% pull rate for an individual sync pair. This is one of the absolute lowest pull rates and makes the appeal of these returning seasonal sync pair scouts look even more unappealing than the Team Rocket Variety Scout. The only saving grace for these returning seasonal sync pair scouts is that they have a paid gem tiered scout, which guarantees you your selection of whichever seasonal sync pair that you want that is featured on that sync pair scout with about 10,000 paid gems. This is not a bad deal. but this only results in one guaranteed sync pair, meaning if someone is missing more, or if they want extra copies of the sync pairs, then they would be forced to go for a 0.33% or 0.25% pull rate, which is absolutely absurd, and no one is likely to do that. This results in a massive loss of sales for the sync pair scout, and if the system was changed even a little, the potential profit monetarily, as well as in terms of the player base's satisfaction, would increase immensely. One potential change would be to split the sync pair scouts into multiple different sync pair scouts. For example, with the Team Rocket Variety Scout, you could have Giovanni, Archer, and Ariana featured on one sync pair scout.
It's so bad that after Mixed Scout reveal, I feel like quitting now more than I have the past year. Hey! No quitting!
Same goes for the seasonal sync pair scouts, where 3 featured sync pairs on each banner would result in a 0.6.
It's fun while watching you or while discussing Pokemon Masters concern. Well, it's something that needs to be addressed, really.
At least for seasonal sync pair scouts.
Okay, I'm done. So,
as the amount of sync pairs featured in these returning seasonal sync pair scouts increases every time we get new ones, which is every year. This means that in the future we could see 10 or 12 featured sync pairs in one sync pair scout, and I don't like that.
What?
I personally think that
10 to 12. If the game lasts that long.
With 3 or more featured sync pairs have a
If the game lasts that long.
For each individual sync pair. This rate would not go up nor down no matter how many sync pairs are added. Eventually, in terms of returning seasonal sync pair scouts, this would mean that you would have up to 8 to 10 featured sync pairs each at a 0.75% pull rate.
Volo is the only thing keeping me going at this point. Well, once he comes out on December, if he comes out on December.
On each returning seasonal sync pair scout. Simply make multiple seasonal sync pair scouts that each would have this individual 0.75% pull rate. Using the holiday seasonal sync pair scout as an example, you could feature 4 of them on one seasonal sync pair scout and 4 on the other, each individual sync pair having a 0.75% pull rate, making them far more appealing. You could also add rewards for spending gems on the sync pair.
I'm gonna
remove candy coins, 5-star power-ups, or roll cake coins.
I'm gonna remove
I also
this.
would recommend making the tiered sync pair scouts something the player can do infinitely. It would cost the same amount of paid gems, and you can even remove the 5-star power-ups past the first rotation.
Oof.
Overall, these are simple ideas that I made up myself, and of course, they may not get put into practice. I'm simply using the example and evidence from my survey.
Imagine they don't release Arven until 2 years.
And aspects such as the Team Rocket Variety Scout and most returning seasonal sync pair scouts are insufficient and should be changed or reworked to better satisfy the
Now
player.
this thing is confusing. What is the exact end day of Red anyway?
I know I didn't cover things like Spotlight Scouts or Pokeverse.
I'm gonna put November 19 though.
But I feel that these individual pull rates for those sync
But
pairs
this is
are fine
confusing.
as is, especially Pokeverse Scouts with multiple featured sync pairs. Pokeverse Scouts, such as the triple featured Pokeverse Scouts that have released alongside the Legendary Gauntlet, or the double featured Pokeverse Scout that include Gloria, Dojo Uniform, and Urshifu, as well as Sigma Suit Lysander and Volcanion, provided good pull rates and overall good value. If we could have those same aspects of these sync pair scouts applied to things like the variety or seasonal scouts, I would be all for it. Anyway, let's move on to the next chapter where we will cover monthly non-paid gem counts.
Haha.
I want it to be known that when I say things like gem count or gem total, I am referring to the amount of non-paid gems guaranteed to be attainable by players on a month-to-month basis. This includes things like login bonuses, stage
Gem
player
count.
rewards, missions, the daily gems in the purchase gem shop, and other methods. This does not include things like most sweepstakes, where not everyone is able to get the reward.
Sweepstakes, shake my
I asked
head.
people in the survey if they were satisfied with the amount of non-paid gems available, and the results were honestly not shocking to me.
What?
As you can see,
US and Canada only except Quebec, if that's how you pronounce it.
And you can see that
Shake
less
my
than
head.
6% of the people said they were satisfied with the current amount given. I can understand this sentiment as the monthly gem count from each month is both inconsistent and widely considered to be relatively low. I'm honestly going to keep this segment a little short as I don't have too many personal inputs on it, but I do want to speak for the player base, or at least my surveyors, on this point.
I forget when Red rotates out.
They would prefer
It's
non-paid gems per month. And this is not
It's a confusing thing because there's 2 end dates for Red. So, what is the real end date of Red?
Reasoning for this because Pokemon Masters EX releases a large amount of sync pair scouts every single month. and the player base feels that they
So it's gonna be. I'm gonna keep it at that until the banner comes out with a disclaimer, probably. I have no idea how that works. They say that 4 months, right, or something. Penny.
Which was 12 between August 28th and September 18th. Players should feel comfortable at least being able to guarantee themselves one sync pair out of that batch.
Penny
I feel
and
that Pokemon Masters EX would yield better profit too, as people would be more willing to spend money for gems if they knew that they could potentially fall back.
but after
on
November
non-paid
20, his
gems
pull
for
rate
money.
drops.
I know I would be
Yeah,
more
I guess
willing to
so.
buy paid gems if I could rely on a few thousand more gems per month to try and guarantee myself the sync pair that I like. Again, I don't have too many personal inputs on this, but I do feel that there should be around 30,000 non-paid gems available to the player base on a month-to-month basis, with that amount increasing during the anniversary months, since they are the time where the most valuable sync pair scouts, such as the Poke Pair Select Scouts, Seasonal Select Scouts, and Master Pair Scouts are made available, the former two causing people to already spend money which they would have otherwise likely spent for the new sync pairs. Giving the player base more non-paid gems could offset this annoyance in both people who spend money on Pokemon Masters EX.
I like the term annoyance.
This helps show more generosity to the player base and is likely to make more people spend money on Pokemon Masters EX, since they know that they can rely on the generosity of the gem rewards to give them a crutch.
Cup
I hope
generosity.
that this segment helps interpret the player base's feelings on how non-paid gem distribution is being handled, and we'll move on.
Oh, we'll see next month how many gems we actually get.
The information for this
No,
segment
actually,
may seem a
it's
little
gonna
different from
happen
what
on
we
the
had
month
on
after the
survey,
next up.
but I want to bundle some different information into this
Another
segment so you'll invest.
another data mine.
First,
So
I
not
also
the next
shared
data
what my
mine
thoughts
yet.
were about the lack
November,
of the training area
December.
reward boost rallies, blissful bonanza events, as well as the time limited missions for the legendary arenas in the past few months. The survey
Goodbye,
poll
Legendary
completely
Arena.
unanimous vote that these events should return or have their rewards incorporated into other events. As you can see, literally no one voted no. I feel that this is obvious, and I don't understand why we've been lacking these events recently.
Yeah, I'm going
as
to
the
my
rewards,
meeting
even
quite
outside of the
soon.
non-paid gems, which are subjectively
Even Chinese
rewarded,
YouTubers.
are
Oh, you
really
watch
useful to the players, like Lucky Cookies and
Red till
Scout
the
Tickets.
20th after he
These
becomes
events feel like
lesser. A
coming back each
Ryuki
month,
Kid.
maybe multiple times a month.
Reading this from Master's
And again,
Discord.
I'm
I
not sure
assume
why
this
these
is
events
true.
lack availability for the time that they have. All of these events' last runs were in July, with the Blissful Bonanza and Training Area Reward Boost Rally being on the 14th, and the last set of Legendary Arena limited time missions
True.
being for Cobalion on the 28th. Again, simply return these events on a regular basis, and that's all.
How long ago has the last event, Legendary Arena event, been? Because I don't exactly recall it being so far behind.
Which had its return recently alongside the return of Bead, as well as events like Melancholy Wally and the return of specific seasonal events during their time period. I'm more so referring to story events that have never returned or have not returned in a while, such as the Verdant Guardian,
Leo
Casio Friendiversary, or Shining Heart of Dragons story events.
Well,
There are
Shining
definitely
Heart of
more
Dragons is
available,
coming
but
back.
These are the ones that I know for a fact have not returned since their debut, as I have played Pokemon Masters EX consistently since the second anniversary, only taking a break around the 2.5-year anniversary, which is why I like the medals for 2 of the prior mentioned events. Also, older seasonal events sadly do not ever get their returns outside of the year post-initial release, which I can understand, but I feel that it's not a big issue to re-release story events alongside the potential
Suddenly
returns
they
of the
rerun
story event. For example,
prestige event. What's the prestige event of
I can understand the potential of being
Gloria? Battle Buffet Bash. Rerun.
Or having the players manage their stamina usage a little bit more efficiently can alleviate that problem. I simply want to be able to experience these older story events for myself, as I never got to on release. Sure, I can go watch a YouTube video over the story, but I want to be immersed myself and not just watch someone else go through the event. Also, of course, being able to obtain the medals would be nice for completionists.
I don't like that prestige event. No use, son. I like that event, Kexas.
Are a great way to keep players satisfied.
Blissful Bonanza has been gone for a very long time, yes. Blissful Bonanza has been missing. I miss massacring Blissies.
And nice stories that Pokemon Masters EX is able to provide, and give them a true showing as to what this game can be about. The ability to enjoy and relate to the trainers through these story events.
I haven't done the timeline yet.
People played initially and continue to play it to this day. I hope that the player base agrees with me on these aspects, as I would really enjoy the ability to play through events I never got to. So please consider it. PSA. This part of the script was made before Lenora and Watchhog were announced.
Oh.
However, all of the points brought up are still in full effect. Have fun. As we all
Spotlight
know,
Scouts.
Spotlight Sync Pair Scouts are where you can spend your gems to pull for sync pairs that are either in the general pool or will be in the general pool after
Where
their
is
release.
my
If that sounds
screenshot?
inherently flawed as a scout format, you would
Where's my
probably be
screenshot
right.
of this one?
I'm
Oh,
going
there.
to just dive into this segment and say that Spotlight Sync Pair Scouts need an entire revamp. As it stands, the Sync Pair Scouts are only ever pulled on by people who are immense fans of the sync pair, or people who pull for every sync pair on release. Almost every casual player will look at a Spotlight Sync Pair Scout and just swipe away from it to use their gems on another Sync Pair Scout, whether it be a Poke Fair, Master Fair, Seasonal, or otherwise. The evidence I have to back this up is the fact that
There's a banner that's similar to Paolo. Lear's banner was kind of like that. It's a good banner.
That is at least 10 months, and we've only obtained 3 spotlights.
Why haven't they included like new 4 stars, new 3 stars that are scoutable?
This makes a 7-month gap between spotlights, which is the biggest gap between spotlight sync pairs since the game's release. Again, the reason for this is because people know that the sync pairs will eventually go into the general pool once their sync pair scout ends. These sync pairs also tend to be relatively strong, but nothing comparable to modern Poke pairs or any other premium scout format. This adds further reasons to why people don't pull for them. The only opportunity I see for Spotlight Sync pairs is right before the anniversary and right after. This is because Spotlight Sync pairs don't get added to the ticket scouts until the anniversary following their release. And even then, it's only if you release roughly 3 or 4 months before the anniversary that you'll be in the ticket scouts at the following anniversary. This means that the general time frame for Spotlight Sync pairs to be added is between August and January, seemingly. The August time slot is clearly the best time to release Spotlight Sync pairs since they won't be added into the ticket scout for a full year. This is why Courtney and Looker released back in August of 2022, and Drasna and Malva in August of 2023. Also, I think Faulkner and Sydney were in that same time slot for 2021, but I'm not going to bother confirming that, since I didn't play Pokemon Masters EX then. So now you know the player base's thought process, as well as the potential thought process of the developers on why and when Spotlight Sync pairs get pulled for. Let's go into some ways to fix them. Firstly, I like the opportunity to guarantee a copy of the new Spotlight Sync pair, as well as their EX, with 7,500 paid gems. This is a good deal, and I don't think it needs to be modified in any way. The normal Spotlight Sync pair scout, however, should be modified or removed entirely. I have 2 ways to potentially fix the Spotlight Sync pair scout system, and a few suggestions from the surveyors. Also, for those who care, over 55% of the surveyors responded that the Spotlight Sync pair scout system was being handled poorly, so take that for what it is. The first method for fixing the Spotlight Sync Pair Scout format is to raise the rates of pulling the Spotlight Sync Pair. Currently, Spotlight Sync Pair Scouts, which at this point I'm just going to refer to as Spotlight Scouts to keep my fingers from shutting down on me, have the same rates as a seasonal Sync Pair Scout. The rate are 2% for the featured Sync Pair and 7% for 5 stars overall. I think this should be changed to where the featured Sync Pair should be 3 to 4% as a pull rate, and overall 5-star pull rate should either be changed to 10% or have a guaranteed 5-star at the end of every 11 times scout. This overall would raise the rates for these sync pairs and would incline people to pull for them more. Combine
Interesting.
this with making the sync pairs overall more valuable to pick up, and you may have more people willing to spend money to obtain these sync pairs. This method could definitely work, but I don't think that it changes people's ideas too much that the Spotlight Scout system is lacking value compared to other premium sync pair scouts. My personal idea, which of course is just an idea, is to take releasing Spotlight Sync pairs and put them on Poke Fair Sync Pair Scouts instead. I don't mean to make these Sync pairs Poke Fairs themselves, I mean to put a Sync pair that will go into the general pool on the featured list of a Poke Fair Sync Pair Scout. I'll provide a new Poke Fair N as an example. Let's say that this N has a 2% pull rate being a Poke Fair like normal, that's fine. The change is that if we take, for example, Lenora, who would be normally featured on her own Sync Pair Spotlight Scout, and put her on the featured sync pairs for N's Poke Fair Sync Pair Scout. Her pull rates would likely be 1 to 2%, and N's would stay at 2%. This, in my opinion, would add more value to that N Poke Fair Sync Pair Scout, and would potentially get more people to pull for that Sync Pair Scout instead of having N and Lenora be individual Sync Pair Scouts. I do recommend keeping the Spotlight Scout where you can pull Lenora for 7,500 paid gems, but have her be available on N's Poke Fair Sync Pair Scout instead of just her own individual Spotlight Scout. This can help promote other Poke Fair Scouts with less popular or less desired sync pairs, such as Argenta and Skarmory, or instead of just having them be available, you could potentially put a Spotlight sync pair like Byron on her Poke Fair sync pair Scout as well, and help add a better combined value to that Poke Fair sync pair Scout and increase overall profit. Again, Byron would be available via the same 7,500 paid Gem Scout option as well. To specify, the hypothetical Lenora and Byron in this situation would go into the general pool after their respective Pokefair's Sync Pair Scout has ended. Just that Pokefair would be a Pokefair exclusive, and these Sync Pairs would be available in the general pool. I do think combining Sync Pair Scout formats into one is a good idea for overall profit increase, as well as incentivizing people to pull on the specified Pokefair Sync Pair Scouts even more. This would also quell people's disdain for having too many Sync Pair Scouts available at once. I remember on September 25th, over 15 Sync Pair Scouts were available at once, which is a little absurd.
You know, the best time to
Overall, I think the
make
Spotlight
Jesse
Sync
and
Pair Scout
James
format
come
is
out
great.
was the
We should
Team
also
Rock and
get more
Tiered
Spotlight
Scout
Sync.
before.
Having only 3
Sad that they
within
did
10
not
window
bring
is
them
unheard
back
of in
there.
this game's history, and it also prevents players from being able to pull and use newer sync pairs, which these Spotlight sync pairs were able to provide. I hope that we get more Spotlight sync pairs and that the current situation of Spotlight Scouts gets revamped for the better. I have a feeling that this segment is likely to contain some of the strongest opinions of the player base, so I'm going to do my best to incorporate the surveyor's feedback as best as I can in this segment. To begin with, I want to say that the system of being able to get sync pairs to higher move levels without having to spend gems on their sync pair scout is to contain some of the
Move candy.
I have
Oh,
a
move
feeling that
candy
this segment is likely
coins.
to contain some of the strongest opinions of the player base, so I'm going to do my best to incorporate the surveyor's feedback as best as I can in this segment. To begin with, I want to say that the system of being able to get sync pairs to higher move levels without having to spend gems on their sync pair scout is amazing. It is a feature that I am so grateful exists, and it is absolutely one of the most generous things that can be offered in a game like Pokemon Masters EX. However, the obtainability of move candies, the way to increase move levels without extra copies of the sync pair, are quite inaccessible to a lot of players in some aspects. Here's the survey results.
So, this is the last 5 minutes of the stream for now, guys. Gonna go to my meeting. And after my meeting, I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream again. Maybe I will. Until I finish all the slides. Or maybe not. Depending on the time. Depending on the time.
As you can tell, only one person picked that option out of over 65 surveyors. I'm going to summarize each response by putting them out of over 60 per month. As you can
I
tell,
think we
only
received
one person
sufficient.
picked that
Sus!
option out of over 65 surveyors. I'm going to summarize each response by putting the move candy coin type on the line where the question is, and if there is no slash for the move candy coin, then that response is referring to the player base being satisfied with the current appearance rate of that type of move candy coin. If there is a slash through the move candy coin, then that's referring to the response where the player base is unsatisfied with the appearance rate of that move type of candy coin. Notice how the chart's general trend is leaning towards the player base wanting more move candy coins. I think that this desire is justified. As it stands, on a month-to-month basis, we get roughly 6 premium sync pairs per month. This counts Pokefairs, Seasonal Scouts, Variety Scouts, and Master Pairs. Starting from the July dev letter, we got 6 premium sync pairs. Starting from the August dev letter, we got 3, because 2 were Spotlight sync pairs. Starting from the September dev letter, we got approximately 11.5 premium sync pairs. It was the anniversary, however, so this can be considered passable. Also, I say half because I am counting Tina, but she is a 4-star, so 11 if we don't include Tina, 12 if we do. But she doesn't add to my point, so I'll just exclude her. So as I said, given this trend, we can conclude about an average of 5 to 7 premium sync pairs per month. That's not too bad, as it makes sense, but what doesn't make sense is that in some cases, it takes 3 months to get a specific move candy type, and in other cases, it can take up to half a year. I'll be forward and say that I personally
salary hike.
receive a sufficient amount of striker
Thank you.
per month. We average about 7 to 10
Lag face. What do you mean in another channel? I'm gonna continue in this channel. It's not the channel that has the issue. It's my computer.
As someone who played every event freely obtainable and have only obtained 4 sprint move candy coins and a single field move candy coin,
Oh
these
gosh.
amounts are far too low, and I get that the sprint and field goals are new, but this is ridiculous to me. With the introduction of the new role, I would think that these move candy coins would be obtainable at least on the same level as the 3 main roles, but they aren't. So a player is forced to use their all-purpose move candies instead, which most people either don't have or aren't willing to use anyway unless it's their absolute favorite sync pair. This practice of blocking all other options and being able to obtain move levels for your sync pairs is a tactic that has agitated the main player base a severe amount. I mean, look at the survey results again. 1 vote for satisfaction with field and sprint move candy coins. It's absolutely absurd.
Thank you for dropping
They put
by.
out 7 sprint candy coins for free, which is good, but field is still only at 3 coins obtainable. That is the same amount as normal move candy coins, which are the epitome of rare. Like, what? The complete lack of these coins, field more so than sprint, for 2 months now is very
Oh
worrying,
gosh,
I
and
hope we can
to
at least
think
get a
red,
amount for them.
red,
Especially with the amount of premium field and sprint sync
whatchamacallit,
pairs that have
red,
already released
mix
between
red
now
is a field
and
unit.
between now
I
and
did
the
not
end of
scout
sprint rolls. We have
for the
5
3 field
sprint
move
sync pairs
candy
and
coins
4
of
field
Thornton.
and
So
seemingly
I
only 10
have
sprint move candy coins and 4 field move candy coins to work
heavy
with.
lack of
This is
field move candy
unacceptable to me, and I
coins.
feel that we should have at least around 12 of each within this 2-month gap. Like the fact that field move candy coins are more rare than regular move candy coins just speaks volumes as to how poorly handled this has been so far, and how us as a player base desperately desire change. Regular move candy coins should
Interesting.
also
Move
receive
gauge
at least a
refresh
small
3.
boost in availability. I would say maybe 5 minimum per month. With the increase in overall premium sync pairs over the years and the introduction of the new roles, having
Oh, wait.
these move candies be more accessible is only going to improve relations with the player base. It is unlikely to impact sales on sync pair scouts negatively, as there will still be the need to wait and build a move candy over the course of multiple months. So the need to pull multiple of the featured sync pairs will still retain its value. Especially when it comes to sync pair scouts like the Team Rocket Variety Scout, where you're forced to pull for extra copies of sync pairs with horrid pull rates. So these extra candies would help out in leveling up these sync pairs move levels and would help ease the player base's
Always the
low pull rates.
electronics.
Overall,
Hiya.
please do consider raising the amount of all move candy coin types available per month, and at the very least, give us more.
Okay, guys, it's 11:15.
It would make the player base so
I'm gonna continue watching this later, or rather, not watching, listening. Oh, oh, 5 minutes left for this video, though. Hiya. I wanna finish it, but my dad is waiting for me. Oh well, I'm gonna watch it later. Thank you guys for tuning in. And yeah, that's my little Photoshop / something work. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you either later or tomorrow. And until then, this video should probably be available late tomorrow because morning I have my work / training. And then we're going to the cemetery tomorrow after my yoga. And then I am going to sleep because I'll probably have like 1-2 hours of sleep again. Or in better cases, 3 or 4 hours of sleep. Probably 3 hours, I'm assuming. And then, yeah, gonna have to sleep. And after that, I'll be resuming my video. So until then, good night. And have a ghosty roar. Sas.